Hi, it's Tina here again. I'm going to talk today about overcalls. We've talked about the opener's first bid and we've talked about the responder's first bid. Today, everybody's going to bid, which makes it much, much more exciting. So let's go. Overcalls. What is an overcall? Right. Overcalls are different from opening bids and responses. Here's a typical auction. North has opened 1 heart, North is the opener. South has responded 2 hearts, showing 6 to 9 if you remember from the last lesson. South is the responder. East, who's come into the auction after the opponent, is called the overcaller. And West, who is East's partner, is called the advancer. So now we have 4 different characters in this one play. And one of the tricky things I know about learning bridge is to remember who you are, because who you are changes every single hand. So we've got North, opener, East is the overcaller, South is the responder, and West is the advancer. So what does an overcall show? An overcall, it's made after an opponent has bid. You can't make an overcall until one of your opponents has said something, opened the bidding effectively. What does it show? Well, we'll find out in just a second after we've talked about why you should do it. Now, there's obviously the first and very obvious reason is because you'd like to win the contract. Now, you need to understand here that one of your opponents has already pinched a quarter of the points at least, because there are 40 points in the pack and you need 12 to open. So you are very unlikely to be going to game if you overcall. You really are, if you're trying to win the contract, you really, most of the time, you're just trying to win the part score contract. In other words, anything less than game. So, secondly, and this is super important, what you want to do is obstruct your opponents. And effectively by that, I mean you'd like to push them up too high. There is nothing more satisfying than pushing your opponents up a whole level. They didn't really want to go. They were all happy to stop at the 2 level. You push them to the 3 level and they go 1 down. I can tell you it's a good feeling if that happens. And the third and very important reason as well is that you want to suggest a lead to your partner. Now, you know what it's like when you're on lead. You're not quite sure what to do. It's okay if you've got a sequence like King, Queen, Jack, because then you can lead the king. We all know that the lead of a king, or at least we all should know, that the lead of a king promises the queen and often the jack. So, but if you don't have that, and a lot of the time you don't, if you've got partner's suit, you'll never lose the argument with partner. You'll always be able to say, it's your suit. You told me you had a good suit. I'm leading your suit. So those are the 3 most important reasons that you should overcall. So what do we need to do it? Well, basically, we don't need an opening hand. We don't need 12 or more points. What we do need is a good 5-card suit. So good 5-card suit, what does that mean? What does the word good mean? Well, it's very important. The word good means that you have, this is a rule of thumb, of course, that you have 2 honours in the suit. 2 of the top 4 honours in the suit would be a very, very good idea. Especially if partner's going to lead the suit. You know, you're going to want to help if partner's going to lead the suit. So 2 honours in the suit. So let's look at a few examples. East has opened 1 spade. Now, you've got 10 high card points and you've got a good heart suit. Could you open the bidding? No, because you need at least 12 to open the bidding. But you can overcall because it meets the criteria. You have a good 5-card suit. You have 2 honours in the suit. So you can make a perfectly good bid of 2 hearts. What about this example? Right, we've got more points now. We've got 13. Have we got a good suit? No, we haven't. We've got a 5-card suit, but it's not a good suit. And you're going to be a tiny bit embarrassed if partner leads a heart, expecting you to have good hearts. All of your points are in the opponent's suit, so you're probably better to defend. But you cannot overcall because you do promise a good 5-card suit. So you've got to pass, sadly. Maybe you can bid later, who knows. Okay, so what about this example? Now you've got a balanced hand. So you might be tempted, you haven't got a 5-card suit, you might be tempted to bid no trumps. You've got reasonably good spades, but you can't bid one no trump because, as I'll tell you in a minute, that promises more points. So you simply have to pass. No 5-card suit, no good 5-card suit, and not enough to bid one no trump. Now I've changed it slightly, given you the ace of clubs. You've got 16 high card points, and now you can bid one no trump. There are two things that are important. One, you've got to have 16 to 18 and be balanced. And two, you've got to have what we call a stopper in the opponent's suit. In other words, West is going to lead partner's suit because that's what West knows to do. And if you haven't got good cards like the king and queen, or maybe the ace another time, then they're going to run away with the first 6 tricks and spades. Here, you're saying, I'm okay, partner. I'm bid no trumps. I know they're going to lead spades. I can handle that. So very important. A no trump overcall promises 16 to 18 and good cards in your opponent's suit. All right. So in summary, an overcall is either a good 5-card suit with 2 honours in the suit, or it's a balanced hand, 16 to 18, with a stopper, in other words, good cards, in the opponent's suit. So you can handle a lead of the opponent's suit. Right, so what does partner do? Well, this is where a lot of bridge players go wrong. Basically, responding to an overcall, remember an overcall does not promise an overall good hand. It just promises a good suit. So you should be only really bidding if you can support that suit, because there is no guarantee that there's anywhere better to play. So what do we need to support? Well, if you recall your earlier lessons, in order to have a trump suit, you need to have 8 cards between the 2 hands. So in order to agree with partner's overcall, you only need 3 trumps. And support with 3 trumps or more, obviously. Right, so if you don't have a fit, if you have 2 or 1 or no cards in partner's suit, it's sometimes very tricky to do, but you've got to pass. Just bid when you can support your partner. Don't change the suit. Now, there will be times when you've played a lot more bridge that you'll learn that you can change the suit, but not very often. And at this stage, you're much better never ever to bid unless you can support partner's overcall. Okay. So, some examples. West's open 1 club and North, our partner, has bid 1 heart. East pass. Now you've got 9 points. More importantly, you've got a fit. You know the partner's got a 5-card suit to 2 of the top 4 honours. So you can support. You're not promising a whole lot of points. You are promising a good fit. And you've got a fit, or you're promising a fit. Doesn't always have to be good. So 2 hearts. And I say it doesn't always have to be good because I would bid 2 hearts with this hand as well. Your opponents have both bid diamonds. So 1 diamond, 1 heart overcall from partner, 2 diamonds. I want to get into the auction here. I don't want to pass and let them play in 2 diamonds because partner most of the time won't bid again. So I'm going to bid 2 hearts. What do I want to happen? Well, what I'd love to happen is that West now bids 3 diamonds and goes 1 down. What a turnaround that would be. So bid if you possibly can. It pays to be aggressive with trumps. If partner's overcalled and you've got trumps, go for it. Raise partner. Right, here's another example. This time partner's overcall 1 spade. You've got 8 points, which is plenty to bid, but you don't have a fit. You don't. You've only got 2. So as far as you know, you've only got 7 trumps between you. So this is time to pass. Also, you've got 4 cards in the opponent's suit, which might turn out to be a nuisance for them. So you need to pass. Now you've only got 6 points. It's not much, is it? But you've got 4 of partner's trumps because North has overcalled 1 spade. So you've got 4 of partner's trumps. So therefore, you can bid 2 spades very happily. I'm tempted even to bid 3 spades because I know we've got so many trumps, but 2's better than nothing. Right, so in summary, you need to overcall one of 2 things. Either a good 5-card suit with 2 honours in the suit, or a balanced hand of 16 to 18 and good cards in the opponent's suit. Okay. Secondly, if you are responding to an overcall, you raise partner with a fit, don't change the suit, and pass without a fit, which means that you quite often pass, to be honest. But that's okay. It means that, you're going to bid if you possibly can, and you only possibly can if you have a fit. So that's it. Now you can go forth and everybody's going to bid. It's much more fun. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for coming. See you at the next lesson.